What's good? It's Chigozie. Sunday, October 24th, 2019. This video is going to teach you how to do murder by numbers. How to not see news about a celebrity and believe the propaganda. If you guys really care so much about Goo Hara, then quit believing she committed suicide. She was ritualistically sacrificed by her record label, by her employer, by this one world order, New World Order, Freemasonic, Jesuit, Zionist federal government. That is exactly what happened. And to prove it, we're going to look at it from scratch, from the start. All I did was saw that how she's trending on Twitter. And this is the indicator you want. And this is how you want to put out information, especially to reach the masses. If you see it trending on Twitter and it's murder by numbers, you should be talking about it and sharing with people. And now people want to know what's really going on. So this is what you do. You always look at the mainstream from the eyes of the people who write it, because these are the people who put out the information. They are Kabbalists. They're into Kabbalah. They believe God created the world, combining the letter with the number. And through that knowledge, one can become like God and see more like God and be closer to him. So since these Freemasons, and this is primarily a Jewish practice, these false Jews from the book of Revelation, Synagogue of Satan, they run this media by the numbers, and they believe that God created the world this way. So they mock you, and they act like God by then killing people and birthing them accordingly by this numerical code. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about in this video. Goo Hara, I've never heard of her, but it just shows you it doesn't matter. She's a K-pop singer, another one dying by the numbers. We recently just had one dying, and we'll look that up and see how many days from the last one. So Goo Hara, 38. Death, killing, murder equals 38. But first, you want to start off with the date numerology. Today is the 24th. They're reporting it today. They're saying she died today. Today is a date with 20 numerology. Death equals 20. I'll show you how this works. We'll take this step by step. I know there's going to be some people here from Korea watching, and I appreciate that. And I want to make sure that you're understanding this as well. D is the fourth letter, E is the fifth, A is the first, right? They're taking the English alphabet, and they apply numerology to each digit to get these numbers. So without applying a numerology, D is the fourth letter, E is the fifth, A is the first, T is the 20th, H is the eighth letter. You add the ordinal values together, you get 38. You also take the alphabetical order and apply numerology. So you saw T is the 20th letter, 2 plus 0 is 2. Death equals 20. So you can also reduce each letter to a single digit and get this. So you see how then they match it with the date numerology. Today is November 24th, 2019. 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 9 is 20. Also, killing equals 74, 47, stuff like that. And we'll look at this all in detail. You read up killing, you also get 38 now with that reduction in 74. So you see how they're using the same methods, alphabetical order, and then summing each letter to a single digit. And they use the same numbers, death, killing. You can reverse the alphabetical order where A is 26, Z is 1, and also apply numerology to each digit. Murder then gives you 38 and 83 to reflection. So it's very clear to see what these people are doing all by this code. And one last part, K is the 11th letter. 11 is the master number. You don't need to reduce the master number in numerology, 11 or 22. Likewise here, you see how this 3 plus 4 is 7, 8 plus 3 is 11, 1 plus 1 is 2, but in numerology 11 is the master number, so you don't reduce it further. And they respect that, so killing equals 47. So keep this in mind as we go through this. So what are we going to do next? See how many days she died from her birthday. It's always what you want to do. We see that, so we see how the date numerology matches with the gematria in her name. And again, I love how, especially the Asians, they don't have middle names, so it's just so easy and straightforward. Her full, real, actual name. I mean, she might have some other little thing I don't know about, but as they're reporting it here, as we all know her as, Goo Hara, very clearly 38. It just keeps it very simple for anyone new, especially. So, January 13th, her 113 birthday, dishonest, green screen, Scottish, all equal 113. This is the Scottish Rite Freemasons. She's born in 1991. The sum of the numbers 1 through 13 gives you 91. Big number for the Bavarian Illuminati. January 13th. So from her 28th birthday till today, let's see how many days she dies. And we'll talk about why she dies 28. 10 months, 11 days, 45 weeks. 45 the sum of Saturn's magic square. 315 days. 10 months, 11 days. So I see some things here, especially you count the end date, span of 10 months, 12 days, circle 112, Zionist 112. But I'm really thinking that they're syncing this up with their, especially with their upcoming 29th birthday. And I say all the time, they do it from both sides, but they love to put emphasis, especially if it's like the closer upcoming birthday, because you get smaller numbers and stuff. So you might get more death, killing, murder, sacrifice numbers. So we'll do it to her upcoming 29th birthday. 7 weeks, 1 day. 1 month, 21 days. Blood sacrifice, 121. See, this is what I'm trying to teach. So we saw from the past birthday to today, there's some numbers there. But again, you have to understand, I'm not in this gang. I'm not a Freemason carrying out murder by numbers. I'm just another person. Again, I'm on Twitter like billions of other people. But instead of reading this and crying and going along with the narrative, I'm showing you exactly how she's dying by this code. So 1 month and 21 days from her upcoming 29th birthday, this is happening. And I said we're going to see the numbers for sacrifice. Blood sacrifice equals 121. And if you want a nice, quick little prediction, look out for December 1st. There's going to be a blood sacrifice that day, a celebrity murder, some shooting or something like that. Possibly not a shooting because you don't get the 44, 53, 37 date numerology, but blood sacrifice 121. That's a date with 43 numerology as well, killing 43. It'll be a Saturnian sacrifice because 30 days remaining. They probably do that every single year. Saturn Keeper of Time is the day with 25 life lesson number. But anyway, blood sacrifice equals 121. You see how it's 1 month, 21 days from her upcoming birthday. So that's why I wanted to show you the death, killing, murder, sacrifice pattern. We can see how her birth numerology, and you probably get those numbers there too, because she was born to be for the sacrifice. See, killing 115, murder 34. Let's go back to the gematria. We're typing in death, killing, murder, killing 43. 34 is reflection. I already explained how gematria works. Notice how we haven't used any other ciphers so far, although they use other ones, especially for these death rituals. But we're still in the just alphabetical order, the rules of numerology, and the reverse in the rules of numerology. Murder equals 34. She's born today with a lifeless number of 34. 1 plus 13 plus 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 1 is 34. Murder 34. Killing equals 115 in the Jewish cipher and reverse in alphabetical order. And you see how she's born today with 115 numerology. This is what they do all the time. That is why, again, they are putting this out today on a day with 47, life lesson number, killing 47, very special number to Freemasons. And here's the most important part about 47. Before I forget, before we get too late in the video, Pop 47. Always these K-pop stars dying by the number 47. Notice how she's dying on a day with a life lesson number for 47, 20 numerology, and she's born today with a lifeless number of 34. This is why they murder these pop stars. The king of pop, murdered early by the code. Even in the narrative, he was supposedly, given too much of the drug and he was killed. So it's kind of a murder in that sense. But in reality, he was either faked his death, which I kind of think he did, or killed off by the gang. It's the same thing. That's why these pop stars don't live early, or live late, sorry. Don't be surprised, Justin Timberlake could die early. Britney Spears can die early. Pop, 47, 34. Notice how I'm keeping this very slow and simple. She was born on a date with 34, life lesson number, Pop 34. She's a K-pop star. K, the 11th letter. You don't need to reduce that in numerology as well. Keep that in mind. So look out for 11 tributes. God, I wish I knew Sully. Sully is who just died, right? Sully. Let's look at Sully. I was like, I wish I knew the name of the pop star who just recently died. And it's Sully. See that? Oh, she's another one. Actress, singer, model. October 14th till today. I want to see if we can get more death, killing, murder, sacrifice, maybe pop numbers from there. October 14th. Guys, this is why I love Twitter. If it wasn't for Twitter, I wouldn't have known about this. Twitter gives you what's trending, and it lets you know what's happening. You see the murder by numbers. 41 days, 5 weeks, 6 days. So here we get 41 days, a span of 42 days, 1 month, 10 days, prophecy 110. So not really much, not as I would think, death, killing, murder numbers. But it's still significant. Saturn 42, or Freemason 42. Also, Korea equals 50. I think we did earlier. She died 50 days from her birthday. See, 50 days, a span of 51. Korea 50. Goo Hara dying 50 days from her birthday. from her upcoming 29th birthday. But yeah, from Sully's birthday, I would think that we get, death, killing, murder, sacrifice numbers just like that, but it was the 41 span of 42 days. 41 is the 13th prime. There's a lot of connection to 13 with Goo Hara. And it just shows you, again, I don't know all these riddles from the top of my head. And I don't know them all full and through because I don't put the riddles out. I'm just trying to reverse engineer them. But again, Goo Hara, 34 like Pop. Sully equals 73 like Sacrifice. This is just another example. I have a video on my channel about her. Sully equals 7362 like Sacrifice. See? They use these same numbers and they're people. So we get murder in Goo Hara. Also get Pop. We could do each part of her name. Goo and Hara, they're both used in this ritual. Goo 44 like Kill. Goo 19 like Sully as well. And don't forget, what's today? Today's the date with 37 days remaining. Today has 37 days left in the year. Goo 37, dying by the numbers. So as you've seen already, it's not a suicide. Don't forget, suicide equals 47. And this is sometimes I'll get too carried away with different parts of this, and some of these very low-hanging fruits I don't say at the beginning of the video. That's why I do. If you can watch these videos in 2x speed, it'll be good. I try to speak clearly for that. I'm always working on that. But anyway, suicide 47. 34. Again, she's born a date with a lifeless number of 34. Goo Hara equals 34. Pop 34. Oh, wait. Yeah, Goo Hara 34. Pop 34. They're saying she committed what? Suicide 34. See? And she's born a date with a lifeless number of 34. So please tell me, how is this a suicide? She was absolutely killed by her employer or faked her death or whatever. So whatever they're saying she did, they're saying she was sexually abused and killed herself. She very well is sexually abused, but guys, her employers are sexual abusers. She works for the Catholic Church, the Freemasons. Obviously, unfortunately, I can't prove it, but working for that gang, it's going to happen, most likely. But that doesn't mean she killed herself from it. And you see how sick it is, if you want to believe she really killed herself, that this gang's going to molest and disturb this girl, and then they'll kill her and say she committed suicide from it. How sick is that? Absolutely disgusting. That's exactly why I make these videos and speak out against this gang. I'm so fucking sick of them. This stuff is fucking retarded. So disgusting. K-pop, by the way, equals 58 and 50. Again, K-pop 50. Another very low-hanging fruit I missed. K-pop 50, reverse in alphabetical order. Korea equals 50. Again, Goo Hara dying 50 days from her birthday. That is why I said at the beginning, I love to see from their birthday. And I can't help but notice, Catholic 71, death 20. Here's one more thing. Pop equals 20. 71 is the 20th prime. Also, some of the 20s divisors is 42. If you saw that in there, she's, the whole 42 connection with Sully, that could be that as well. They do some of divisors. But 71 is the 20th prime. And what is she doing? Goo Hara dying 7 weeks, 1 day from her upcoming 29th birthday. I mean, all the numbers for Pop are here. All the numbers for K-pop are here. And we're doing this from the scratch. All I saw was that she was trending on Twitter. They said she committed suicide. They said she was sexually abused. And I got all that from Twitter. And we're seeing step by step how she was killed by the government. It's sick. It's nasty. It's disgusting. And they're going to keep killing or faking the deaths of these fake K-pop actors for eternity until we stop them. And think about it. Let's just say she faked her death, which I think they really killed her. That's just my opinion. But let's say she really faked her death or whatever. It's still negatively affecting people. I mean, there's no way you can explain away this bullshit murder by numbers propaganda and distraction. It fucks with people's mind, and it needs to go. It needs to go. But here's one thing you can do. You can search Twitter. You can leave it up and look at auto streams. You can see as things come up. You can see some of the mainstream media propaganda outlets talking more about it. This is so heartbreaking. Rest in peace, Goo Hara. I mean, it's so heartbreaking. Look at her with the Jesuit order colors on. I'm sure the Catholic Church made her wear that. So, I can keep going on, but I think at this point, might as well keep this a 15-minute video, keep it accessible for everyone. We've seen very clearly how she died by the numbers. I think the takeaway, because again, there's a lot of things I missed. I know there's a lot of things I missed here. Maybe we can see Sully's birth numerology real quick, March 29th, 1994, just to find overlaps, just to see You know, 37 numerology. Again, today's the date with 37 days remaining. 277 days a year, the 59th prime. 50, sacrifice 55. See how murder equals 34, pop 34. Goo Hara born today with a life lesson number 34. Sacrifice 55. I didn't explain the S exception, but it's the same thing. S is the 19th letter. 1 plus 9 is 10. You're just applying numerology. But S is the only letter you reduce up to 2 times. So reducing S only once, you get 55. When you reduce everything else once. You can see in the cipher right there. 55. Again, Sully equals 6273. She's born today with 55. Life lesson number. Do you see how these always come together with the people? And notice how we get this very specific pattern with Sully. And again, Sully 28, kill 28. Now we have this person dying at 28. When did Sully die? She died at 25, death 25. Also a suicide. I mean, you see this? Suicide, pop have the same gematria. These pop stars are all dying by the numbers by suicide. It equals the same thing. I'm just not sure what else to say. I mean, it's just nasty. If you want to deny it, you're denying what's really going on. And it's Jung, whatever his name is. You know, I forget the names of some of these. These aren't the first two. They're not the last two. They're not the only two. There's other K-pop stars dying. I think she died 6 days from like the other guy's birthday. So it's always connected. So you see how they're paralleled. Oh, she's known monogamously as Hara. That's good. That means it carries more weight. I think we already saw the gematria between Hara. But again, Hara 28, she's dying at 28. I mean, I'm so glad they showed it. It is perfect. I say the word a lot, but it's perfect how they put this out. Because for people like me who have never heard of this person, can use logic, can just read this and say, she's better known monogamously as Hara. So that means that's what everyone knows her as. Hara equals 28. How old did she die at? 28. They waited till she was 28 and say she committed suicide. I mean, come on. It's by the numbers. You know, tragedy 80, chaos 19, kill 26. I think Sully again has connection to the number 19. I don't remember. Yeah, Sully 19. I mean, again, what else do you want me to say? What else do you want me to say? Kara's the name of her group. Kara 13. She's born the 13th. 1331, probably some Saturnian tribute. 31's the 11th prime. K-pop, K the 11th letter. I told you they're gonna do that. I think City Hunter's coded. So that's it. I mean, this is how it goes. It's murder by numbers every single time. Taehyung. If you guys like him, right? If you guys like him so much, if you guys like this government actor so much, then you gotta save him too. Lee Taehyung. His name equals 46, 44, like kill and sacrifice. Also 109. Don't be surprised if he dies in the shooting. Kill, sacrifice. Chaos 46. Born date with 183 days remaining. Ordered out of Chaos 183, but 103, the 27 prime. Think of the 27 club. Ritual 27, sacrifice equals that in Chaldean. And here on the 103rd date numerology, 103, that's when he's born as well. So again, and how can you help him? The best you can do, really, not the best, but one thing you can do is just spread this word. That's it. I tried to convey this, but how I conveyed it, I had to cut it off my video because I've conveyed it in a certain way before and they flagged my video. So I said, okay, I'm just going to redo this part. I mean, come on, look at this. First solo single was released on 187, big murder number. This guy needs to watch out. I don't care how popular he is. I don't care how much you guys like him. They're going to murder him by the code, just like these other K-pop stars. And even if he doesn't die at 26 or 27 or 28, they might kill him at 38. They actually might make him live decently long for a K-pop star. Or they might just make him die next year when he's 25, death 25, and there'll be this whole big propaganda event. Oh, K-pop stars keep killing themselves. What's going on in the K-pop industry? Well, you know what's going on. It's murder by numbers from the Society of Jesus. Society of Jesus equals 187. Lee Taehyung needs to watch out. He's an actor for the Freemasons, whether or not he knows it. Don't forget Taehyung equals 33. So I'm just, I care for these people. I personally think he's born to this network. He's doing this against his will, or he likes the fame, the money, the women, but, he can't see past the agenda. It could be a lot of things, but, Tae Young, if you're watching this, you're next, unfortunately. Possibly not, hopefully not. See you.